Most of us were never taught what healthy love actually looks like. We just learned to survive the absence of it. Today, let's talk about what it looks like when it's right. You know that feeling when you're staring at your phone trying to figure out what his message meant. When you're replaying a conversation, looking for clues. When you're asking your friends, "But do you think he actually likes me?" Remember, girls, a man who is right for you will not put you in that position. When he likes you, you'll feel it in the consistency. In the fact that he said he'd call, and he called. That he made a plan. And he showed up. That 3 weeks in, 3 months in, you still don't have that anxious knot in your stomach. That feeling of peace you've been mistaking for boredom? That's actually what safety feels like. You just haven't felt it in a while. You don't have to earn his attention. You don't have to shrink or perform or wait. The right person makes it simple. Not perfect, but simple. Think about the last time you were talking to someone and you could tell they weren't really there. You could see it in their eyes. They were just waiting for their turn to speak. Now think about how good it feels when someone actually listens. Not to fix things, not to one-up you, not to immediately relate it back to themselves, just to hear you. A man who listens like that is paying attention to who you actually are. Not who he wants you to be, not the version of you that's convenient or useful to him. You. He remembers you were nervous about that meeting. He asks how it went because he truly cares. He doesn't interrupt to correct you. He doesn't dismiss your feelings just because they don't make logical sense to him. He sits in it with you. And here's something no one tells you: being truly heard by someone is one of the most intimate experiences there is. More than grand gestures, more than expensive dinners. Just someone who makes you feel like what you say actually matters. That's not a high bar, but it's the right one. It's not the big things that tell you who someone is. It's always the small ones. It's him remembering that you don't like cilantro, that your sister's name is Maya, that you mentioned once, just once in passing, that you've always wanted to visit Portugal. And 3 months later, he sends you an article about Lisbon and says, "Thought of you." That's called attention. Because you matter to him, and I want you to notice how that feels. Because a lot of us have been with people who couldn't remember the things that mattered to us. Who forgot what we said 5 minutes ago? Who made us feel like we were always starting from zero? That's exhausting. And it quietly tells you something, that they weren't really paying attention, not to you, anyway. The right person makes you feel memorable. Because to him, you just are. The details are where love lies. And the right man knows that. We have all seen a man who is always performing, always making sure he looks composed, in control, impressive. He can't laugh at himself because his ego is too fragile for that. Everything is serious. Everything is about how he comes across. Girls, you know being with someone like that is tiring. You're always managing the atmosphere, always careful, always aware that one wrong moment could shift his mood. But a man who can laugh at himself, who can burn dinner and not make a fuss about it, who can trip over his own feet and not make it a whole thing, who can be wrong about something and say, "Okay, yeah, that was ridiculous of me." That's someone who is secure. And girls, security is attractive in a way that confidence and performances never are. It also means he can handle you being funny. He's not threatened by your wit. He's not quietly competing with you. He's just in it with you. And there's something so deeply relaxing about being with someone you can be silly with, where you're not always braced for tension, where laughter comes easily and often. You should be able to be ridiculous together, and that's not a small thing. A man who takes himself too seriously will eventually ask you to do the same. And you deserve someone who lets you breathe. I know it sounds small, but stay with me. Watch how he treats something that can't do anything for him. Something that has no status, no influence, no ability to make him look good or feel important. Something that is just small and vulnerable and completely at his mercy. Does he slow down for it? Does he notice it? Does something in him soften? Or does he dismiss it, mock it, walk past it without a second thought? Because the way a person treats something powerless tells you everything about who they are when no one is watching, when there's nothing to gain, when kindness is just a choice they make quietly for no reason other than it's the right thing to do. A man who is gentle with animals has access to a kind of tenderness that doesn't switch off. It shows up in how he treats people too, in the small moments, in the moments that don't count, which are actually the moments that count the most. It's not about loving animals. He doesn't have to be a dog person. He doesn't have to stop and pet every cat he sees. It's about whether he sees something small and vulnerable as worthy of care. Because girls, one day, in some way, you will be small and vulnerable in front of him too. And you want to already know the answer. This one gets dismissed a lot. People call it shallow, surface level, like you're being too picky because you don't want to date someone who has dishes from last Tuesday still in the sink. But it's not about the dishes. It's about what the dishes tell you. A person's space is a reflection of their inner world. Not perfectly. We all have chaotic weeks, hard seasons, moments where the laundry just lives on the chair for a few days. That's human, but there's a difference between a bad week and a baseline. And his baseline tells you something important. It tells you whether he takes care of things, whether he follows through on small responsibilities when nobody is watching, whether he respects his own environment enough to maintain it. Because here's what happens when you build a life with someone who doesn't. You become the person who notices. You become the person who asks. You become the person who either does it themselves or lives with the resentment of it not being done. You become his mother. And that is not a role you signed up for. A man who takes care of his space is a man who takes care of his life, his finances, his friendships, his word. It's not about perfection. It's not about a showroom apartment. It's about whether he's someone who tends to things. You want to be tended to. Make sure he already knows how. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You got good news. A promotion, an opportunity, something you've been working toward finally coming through. And instead of just being happy, you felt yourself editing it, downplaying it, making it smaller before you even shared it. Because somewhere along the way you learned that your wins made someone uncomfortable. Maybe he went quiet. Maybe he changed the subject. Maybe he found something to criticize right in the middle of your moment. Maybe he just couldn't quite get there. Couldn't quite make it fully about you, even for 5 minutes. And that does something to you over time. It teaches you to shrink your joy before anyone else can. A man who is right for you will not do that. Your win will genuinely light him up. It will make you realize that he is actually, truly on your team. Your success doesn't threaten him. It doesn't make him feel behind. It doesn't quietly remind him of what he hasn't done. It just makes him proud. Simply and completely proud. He'll be the one telling other people about it. He'll remember it longer than you do. He'll bring it up when you're doubting yourself. Remember when you did that thing? Girls, you should never have to make yourself smaller to make him feel bigger. The right man has enough security in himself to have room for all of you. There's a very specific kind of exhaustion that comes from being with someone who takes your need for space personally. You say you need a quiet evening to yourself, and suddenly there's a shift, a coldness. A no, it's fine, that is very clearly not fine. Or worse, the questions. Are you upset with me? Did I do something? Why do you need to be alone? And now instead of resting, you're managing his feelings about your need to rest. That's not a relationship. That's another job. Needing some time alone is not you pulling away or losing interest or punishing him. It's just you being a human, wanting to just be in your own space. A man who understands that is a man who has his own inner world too. He's not sitting there counting the minutes until you're available again. He has things, thoughts, a life that exists outside of you, which, by the way, is exactly what you want. He trusts you. He trusts the relationship. He trusts that your need for an evening alone doesn't mean anything except that you need an evening alone. And when you come back, and you will come back fuller, softer, more present, he'll feel the difference. He'll understand that your alone time wasn't time away from him. It was time that made you better for him. And for yourself. The right man doesn't just tolerate your need for space. He protects it. And that's a wrap. And remember, girls, none of these are extraordinary. And that's exactly the point. You're not asking for too much. You just finally know what to ask for. From Soul and Spectrum to you, be well and take care. We will see you in the next one.